Welcome to another Coastal Vibes video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's free and really helps the channel grow. On to today's video. Can you actually teach a learner in a Tesla? Most people will say no way, but I'm here to offer a different perspective. I wanted to share my real world experience as a parent who teaches their child in a Tesla Model Y Performance. My daughter is currently getting her hours up on her owls, and when she's with me, she's learning in my Tesla Model Y Performance. She actually drives a few different cars, but I get asked all the time whether a learner can really learn in a Tesla. So I wanted to talk through some of the common misconceptions based on real experience. Let's dive into a few of the myths. Learners can't learn in a Tesla. I hear this one all the time, that learners can't learn in a Tesla, but they absolutely can. When it's set up correctly, it behaves very similar to any other modern automatic car. Everything can be adjusted quickly and saved to a driver profile, so the car is ready to go every time. There's nothing about a Tesla that prevents real learning from happening. It's cheating, the car drives itself. This one always gets a bit of a chuckle out of me. That learning in a Tesla is cheating because a car supposedly drives itself. But when she's driving, all of that extra stuff is turned off. No autopilot, no full self-driving. We don't even use basic cruise control. She's steering, braking, judging gaps and making every decision herself. The car isn't driving for her. She's learning the same way any learner would in an automatic car. It's too powerful for a learner. People often say this car would be too powerful for a learner. And yes, it is the performance model, but with literally one tap, chill mode completely changes how the car behaves. It softens the acceleration straight away and makes the car smooth, calm, and easy to control. It stops feeling like a fast car and starts feeling like a really predictable, learner-friendly automatic. The screen is distracting. Oh my god, the screen would be so distracting for a learner, usually in that tone. But what I've actually noticed is the opposite. Because there's no traditional instrument cluster directly in front of her, she naturally looks further down the road instead of down at gauges. The speed is still easy to glance at, but her attention stays on what's happening ahead and around her, which is exactly what you want a learner doing. She won't learn to drive a normal car. Another thing people worry about is that learning in a Tesla means she won't learn to drive a normal car, whatever a normal car even is these days. Driving fundamentals don't change. Steering, scanning, judging gaps, road rules, awareness. She still has to learn and apply all of those. And because she's also driving other cars, those skills transfer straight across. Learning in a Tesla doesn't remove the basics. It just happens to be one of the environments she's learning them in. She'll rely on the tech. Another concern is that she'll rely on the technology, things like the cameras or the screen, instead of actually learning to drive. But the technology doesn't drive for her. What it does do is help me supervise more safely, so I can step in early and give clear feedback when needed. She still uses her mirrors, but as the person teaching her, I can bring up the cameras on the screen and be confident I can see everything going on around us. One pedal driving. One pedal driving has actually been a really useful learning tool. It encourages her to plan ahead instead of leaving everything to late braking. From the passenger seat, I can feel straight away if she's being smooth or if she's on and off the accelerator, which has been pretty common in the early stages. I can also clearly see her foot position, which makes it easy to give feedback in the moment. And because we use creep mode at low speeds, parking and maneuvering still feels very familiar, just like a traditional automatic car. Encourages eyes up driving. One thing I've really noticed is how much the Tesla encourages eyes up driving. Because there is no traditional instrument cluster directly in front of her, she naturally looks further down the road instead of down at gauges. The speed is still easy to glance at, but her attention stays on what's happening ahead and around her, which is exactly what you want a learner doing. Immediate feedback accelerates learning. What's really helpful is being able to coach in the moment. I can feel how the car's being driven, see her foot position, and if needed, pause and talk it through straight away. Having the screen there means I can also show what's happening via the cameras, which makes explanations clearer and helps her pick things up faster, especially when teaching things like reverse parallel parking. Low speed manoeuvres with less pressure. Low speed manoeuvres are usually where learners feel the most pressure, especially in a busy shopping centre car park during the holiday season. She still has to use her mirrors and judge space properly, but from my seat, I can't always see what she's seeing in those mirrors, and I think that's what scares most parents the most. Being able to bring up the cameras lets me double check what's happening around the car and make sure everything's safe. That means I can guide her calmly and step in early if needed without rushing or adding pressure. Confidence in braking, handling, and feel. One of the biggest differences for me has been having confidence in the car itself. Trusting how it brakes, handles, and feels takes a lot of unnecessary tension out of the learning process. When you're not on edge, there are fewer rush reactions and more space to calmly talk things through as they happen, and that makes a real difference for both the learner and the person teaching them. So in closing, for anyone wondering whether a learner can actually learn in a Tesla, from my experience, absolutely. With a few quick one-time setups saved to a driver profile, all that's left to do is adjust the rearview mirror and buckle the seatbelt. From there, it's about creating a calm, controlled space to learn real driving skills. She's doing the driving, making the decisions, and building confidence. The car simply supports that process.